That was an all-time classic. In my opinion, that was a amazing race. Kansas rarely disappoints, and this race was no different. The only time Kansas has ever disappointed me was a race that should not be named. If you know, you know. But this was an absolutely fantastic race. Like incredible race to be honest. Easily the best race of the season, not even close. And like Dover last week was really good, but like this was like 10 out of 10. Like this was amazing. And it was pretty action filled. Stage 1 was a pretty tame, but that's okay. I mean, it's how it is sometimes, but like you can't really fault it too much. I mean, there was still great racing throughout the field. But really, so many things led to this being a great race. First off, it was extremely hot there. It was like 90, which was helps a lot. Um, takes grip out of the track, but yeah, race started early. Reddick did a took out Larson, spun out Larson early, and luckily for Larson, he had no damage and was able to make a comeback for an absolute fantastic finish. Um, but start of the race, it was like JGR looked really, the Toyotas in general looked really, really good. And I think the best part about this race, to be honest, was like there was really no true dominant car. Most laps led by someone is Kyle Larson at 85, but it didn't really feel like he dominated the race, right? Like that's just how it was. But this race had an unbelievable amount of lead changes. Apparently, the most on any 1.5 mile track ever, and the total amount was 37, which is absolutely insane. Um, this was an absolutely beautiful race. Much better than the F1 race. F1's been a yikes, but yeah, stage besides the largest spin, stage 1 was really clean, good racing throughout the field, and then honestly after stage 2, that's when stuff got crazy. Um, we had the Cindric spin thing into the wall. His tire fell off, like half of it. That was kind of weird, like half his tire falling off and stuff. But and then you had the Almirola spin, and then you had the Josh Berry spin. Eric Jones spun on his own. Pain. But Noah Gregson was having a good day, and then he had his incident too in stage 3. We will get to Noah Gregson. Don't you worry. But then yeah, you had the bell spin. Kyle Busch crashed. The Denny Hamlin bracket challenge completely ruined. It's over. Everyone's bracket after today destroyed. And that's the fun part. We all make these brackets thinking we're so good, no faults at all, and boom, collapsed, destroyed. I had Truex winning it all, and he lost to Chase Elliott today. So my bracket is going absolutely fantastic. Just the ability to move around the track to find some clean air and try to make some passes made really good racing all day for the entire field. It was amazing racing. Uh, I do have some concerns about Kansas in the future. We're talking like 10 more years from now, probably. But kind of saw it today. Outside lane might be a little too good. Um, we'll see how it develops in the end of the as years go by. But this Kansas right now is truly like peak racing right now. It's been fantastic. Both races last year were a banger, and this was even better than those two. This race today was absolutely fantastic. And the best, honestly, the best part of the race is we ended on a long green flag run. It was like 45 laps. I can't believe it. We actually had under the race on a green flag run with an incredible finish. I will still say, obviously, dirty air is still a massive problem. It's still a major thing just because we saw Hamlin was clearly faster than Larson. It wasn't any questions about it. It was just he couldn't pass him. But he was trying different lanes and getting close. He got side by side with him a few times, and then it was a fantastic battle, fantastic chess match. Lap cars. JJ Yaley is an absolute menace. I loved it. Just the Rick Ware car staying in the outside lane, just blocking like whoever. And that was pretty funny. But yeah, that's that. I mean, the battle between Larson and Hamlin was fantastic. And then I guess we'll talk about the last lap. So I'm going to just file it under a racing deal, because what I think really truly happened was Hamlin was really tight on him. They're both as little room as possible, right? And then Larson got on the wall, and what I think Hamlin was trying to do is slip in behind him, right, and then try to push him down the back. But when he got on the wall, it slowed him up, and then that made it so the contact happened. And when Larson got like half spun and stuff and into the wall, and Hamlin was able to get away for the win. Absolutely fantastic racing. Unfortunate that a car crashed at the end for the win, but it was an absolute blast of a race. I mean, this was NASCAR needed this bad, like really, really bad. They needed a banger. But because honestly, this year, like the good races this year haven't been that top tier stuff that we've been looking for from last year. Like Auto Club was good, but I want to say it was fantastic. Richmond was good, not fantastic. Dover was good, but still not top tier, right? Like, but this was the best race of the year, no questions about it. You had comers and goers, and just people moving up and down the field. It was great. I mean, us as fans and NASCAR themselves really needed it, to be honest. Maybe there was a few too many cautions, but the racing was fantastic. So, yeah, but the overall running order is Hamlin got first. Larson, sorry about that. Larson finished was able to limp it home for second place. Byron somehow got third after all his struggles at the start of the race, where like he hit the wall, was like 4 laps down or whatever. I don't even know how many laps he was down, but how he got back, beyond me. But he finished third. Bubba with a good fourth place finish. Chastain with fifth. Well, I guess we have to talk about that because there was the moment where I guess like Noah got arrow pushed up high into the wall and then spun a few laps later. But the fight, we had a fight. It was great to see a fight. NASCAR, we like fights. Yeah, we had some fist fighting between Noah Gragson and Ross Chastain. And honestly, like it wasn't the most. I don't even think Ross really did anything wrong. But when you're Ross Chastain, you're never gonna get benefit of the doubt at this point because you've wronged pretty much everyone in the field. So I mean, it was funny. I mean, we love it. I mean, the Larson face during the interview and seeing it and him smiling, that's a meme format in the making for sure, 100%. I mean, the fight that tops it off, this race literally had everything. Fantastic racing throughout the field, comers, goers, green flag runs, a few wrecks here and there, drama, beef, and a fight, and a fantastic finish. Everything. It had everything. This was amazing. So, yeah, I mean, it was great. That's all I can really say. But yeah, let's round out the rest of the top 10. Joey Logano 6th, Chase Elliott 7th, Truex 8th, Reddick 9th, Austin Dillon rounds out your top 10. So nothing too crazy in there. I think this is probably Chase. This was definitely the best Chase's ran since he's been back. He's been kind of merely existing, but he definitely showed some life today. He led some laps too. So we'll see how Chase continues, because it's been a little slow, I'd say. I think people expected maybe a little bit more. But I think he's well on his way to pace wise just to make it in on points. So that's that. I think he needs to win races regardless, just because he won't get playoff points otherwise. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Kansas. I mean, it was a fantastic race. There's not much else to say. And then next week should be another banger. Darlington has been putting bangers on for years now, and throwback weekend, a lot of cool paint schemes, a lot to look forward to there. That's all you can really say. I mean, we've had a good stretch here. I mean, was a good surprise. I didn't truly expect that much out of Dover. Then you got Darlington and then Charlotte. I mean, the Coke 600 last year, easily one of the best races I've ever watched, period. So, I mean, month of May is going to be a good month, I feel like. So, yeah, fantastic stretch here we've had. So, and then we also got North Wilkesboro All-Star Race, which, I mean, that should just be a fun trip to the past, right? So, a lot of fun stuff. So So I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.